Guys, the resistance is growing within the administration and out. Be sure you watch till the end because there's AOC gold at the end.
Kash Patel tells FBI staff to ignore Elon Musk's productivity email as signs of power struggles emerge in D.C. Elon Musk's email ultimatum to federal workers sent as a part of his supposedly unofficial role as the leader of the Department of Government Efficiency is facing pushback from across Washington, D.C. just hours after it was sent. And some of that backlash is coming from unexpected corners of the Trump administration, perhaps teasing early signs of power struggles to come. Consistent with Donald Trump's instructions, all federal employees will shortly receive an email requesting to understand what they got done last week, Musk wrote Sunday afternoon. Failure to respond will be taken as a resignation. Federal workers received an email from the Office of Personnel Management asking, "What did you do last week?" They were instructed to reply with 5 bullet points outlining their accomplishments in the previous 7 days, excluding any classified information. Understandably, the email triggered confusion and questions about the legality of Musk's move. According to a White House legal filing, Musk officially has no federal government role or authority. The most strident response came from the FBI and its newly sworn-in director, Kash Patel. He sent his own email to employees to clarify where the bureau stood. FBI personnel may have received an email from OPM requesting information. The FBI, though, through the office of the director, is in charge of all of our review processes and will conduct reviews in accordance with FBI procedures, Patel wrote. The Musk OPM email is also reported to have been received by the employees of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. One report suggested that some 2 million federal workers received it. CNN reports that the email even went to air traffic controllers, with their union telling the network that it wasn't clear how and when the understaffed workforce would be able to respond. The country's more than 10,000 air traffic controllers are already working mandatory 6-day weeks of 10-hour shifts, the union said. Maybe it is my fault, and we were going to get into Kash Patel, don't worry, but I didn't know how much air traffic controllers made. On average, it's like $120,000 a year, which is a good amount of money. Can we pay these people more? They're working 6 days a week, 10-hour days, doing the most important jobs, like in travel safety. One thing. But Kash Patel immediately responding after Elon Musk said he would spend like tens of millions of dollars primarying anyone who didn't vote to confirm him it's just so sweet. I love that this is already starting. Elon is quickly becoming the most unpopular political figure in America, which is pretty difficult to do. And I'm loving every second of it. I want to see the infighting. And I also just want to point out that we are at the point of the Trump presidency that it is so crazy that we are thinking Kash Patel. Think about that. That's where we're at a month in. We are thanking Kash Patel. He is part of the resistance. Like, of course.
But it's very important to understand that it is not sustainable. They may seem like they have power right now, but all of this dramatic action is trying to create the sense of inevitability, the sense of power, so that we abdicate in advance. I want everyone who is here and folks who are watching who are not here, especially our fellow workers, to listen to me very carefully. Because we have very specific instructions in this moment. And I don't say this as a Democrat, I don't say this as a person with any sort of specific political views in this moment. I say this as an American who has sworn an oath to the United States Constitution. And as someone who cares about this Constitution, and who cares about this country, we have an obligation to resist kings. We have an obligation to resist oligarchs. We have a sworn duty to this nation to resist oligarchy, including any billionaire that tries to undermine our Constitution. America is not for sale. They are only as powerful as we consent to believe them to be powerful. So, when we are sitting down and they try to storm these offices and dismiss people, the key here, make them. Make them. Don't agree in advance. Don't go quietly. Don't make it easy. Make them. And there are specific ways that we all can do it. Document it. They want to do something? Put it in an email. And I say this very intentionally because we will work in the streets, in the courts, in public opinion, in our art, everywhere. We can overwhelm them. We outnumber them. Understand our power in this moment. Don't give up our power. Don't shy away from our power. Every small action matters. They want us to give in to this idea of meaninglessness. They want us to be seduced by nihilism. They want us to be cowed down by cynicism. Don't let them. Every action matters. Make them. Every 5 minutes you stall matters. Every email you send forcing that little extra layer to ensure that they comply with the law matters. It matters. Because you have to understand that we are working in tandem. There is no act too small. That does not matter. Every single action matters. And so when they try to come in, make them. Make them show a warrant. Make them show a document. Make them assert their authority. Ask them, who are you? Who are you? Because at the end of the day, they're no one. They're just and they're just like me. And he's running around because he thinks he's got a bank account with a lot of zeros in it, that it makes him some kind of super citizen. I don't think so. This is America. So I want you all to know that being here matters. The constant pressure matters. We will resist. We will prevail. We outnumber them. They cannot sustain, and we cannot give up. So thank you, everyone. Let's keep pushing it.